Hey guys, how's it going today?
Ooh, I like that little sexy rasp in your voice. Ooh.
Thank you.
All right, you guys are back with another episode of Folks Like Us. We've got Tia Morris in New York
Hey,
City.
hey guys, how's it going?
We've got
Well, you
Eric
can't answer.
Ritten. Yeah, it's like being in a relationship. Eric Rittenhouse in Lancaster, Pennsylvania.
Hey, how's it going?
Hey, we're the monkeys. Thank you guys for hanging with us while we took a little holiday break. Did you guys have a good
Yeah,
4th of
that's
July?
where you know where we're coming in from. Where, sir, are you being broadcast from?
From our brand new studios in Studio City. No, in my new apartment in Los Angeles. Yeah, where our fancy studio is set up. Yeah,
Yay! How was the move?
it's lovely. I've been like chillaxing. I resume back to like work tomorrow, so to speak. So, it's been great. Yeah, the Cali weather's been hot, but nothing compared to Florida. So, cha-ching. I just miss my friends, but like my friends, not my friends in Florida. Like I miss my friends in New York, in Lancaster.
Oh, we
I
missed you
know.
too.
I feel like I missed a therapy session.
Well,
Yeah, right?
Like shit was happening, and I was like, I don't know who am I gonna tell.
well,
I have to say,
what?
thank you so much for that text message about Rob and China. I know we're going to get into it later,
I mean,
but
that I couldn't think of who else to text in that moment
I would have
other
missed
than
it,
you
and
two.
it occupied my whole day. It was fantastic.
Get it? Your whole day, HOLE, like China's. Okay. I saw
Hmm.
a lot of China. I saw a lot of her that day, and
Uh,
I
yeah.
I'm not sure I can go back from that.
I mean, I just feel so many ways, you
Well,
know?
Let's
okay,
just
so
jump right in.
Okay,
yeah,
let's
I
jump in.
mean, if nobody knows what we're talking about, if somebody knows what day it was, that would be great too. Totally unprepared with dates and times, but Rob Kardashian went cuckoo magoo on Instagram and started blowing China shit up, like showing text messages between the two of them, photos of a guy that she allegedly sleeps with in their bed. And it included nude photos of Black China. Now,
Yeah.
somebody told me that they thought that was a weird vagina.
I thought that
And
too.
that came from a girl. So I need Tia to weigh in because I have nothing to base that claim
Oh
on.
man,
Was it a weird vagina?
I I don't want to say yeah because I
Right.
like that's that girl's body, but like I have not seen one that really looks like it. But I will say it also like the pigmentation looked weird. Like is China that light? Because she looks black as fuck to me, and that vagina didn't look
Yeah,
black
somebody
to
else
me.
said the same thing actually. They said that they felt like the legs were super light.
Time out. Technical time out. I'm losing you, Eric, or something. I'm.
Oh no. Let me rearrange. Let me pull this. Oops. And see if I can move my speakers further away. Sometimes I think it's feedback.
That's a lot better.
Is that better?
Yeah.
Cool. Alright, let's try that. Alright, let's see if that works.
That's better already. Nice. Okay,
Okay.
so pigmentation was off. Yes, it was a weird color.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel bad talking about this lady's body because I guess, I mean, and I feel bad that I automatically didn't feel this way, but you know, they were just like, it's practically revenge porn, and I was like, man, I would be
Yes.
mad if like my baby's father put my pussy on the internet and be
Yeah.
like, yo, what the fuck, man?
It was pretty messed up
Well,
how it
that's-
all went down. It was like a train wreck though. I couldn't stop checking back to see like what the
I
next
put an
post
alert.
was.
I put an alert on my phone.
Yeah.
Are you kidding? And my phone was like ding 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 all day, and I was like, oh my god, this is so perfect. This is so great.
It was so. Were you following Rob Kardashian before I texted you?
Fuck no.
Okay,
What?
because Because what was funny is that a bunch of us, as we were following it, like as this sort of unfolded, we noticed that friends of ours, right underneath where it has their name, it says like who you follow, and it says like so and so also follows Rob Kardashian. And at one point, Tia Doomed Foxy came up, and I was like, "Oh, this is so great!" And all of us discussed how all of a sudden our friends' Instagram names were popping up under Rob Kardashian's name all day long.
I couldn't risk being blocked or him going private.
Ah, yes. That was a risk you were not willing to take.
I was not at all. And I'm glad I didn't, because we were having those real time fun moments. We're like, oh, there's her vagina. It's gone. It's gone. It's back.
Now, I was
great.
I was reading that they did not think that China was going to have much of a true claim at revenge porn because she liked the post, and you have to prove that it did you have to prove that it did harm to you, and by her liking the post, she basically like.
Was it her giving her like stamp of approval in a way?
Basically, yeah. I mean, is it like really revenge porn if the person's already been naked in front of people before? Like, I don't know.
But I mean,
I think the baby.
Yeah.
I think the biggest issue to me is that's your kid's mom now. I think that to me is a bigger problem than like all the other issues.
Yeah.
Because that was your kid's house for like 9 months. That's your kid's private house.
Yeah. I mean, and that's your kid's mom forever.
Yeah, no matter how skanky she is.
Yeah. He went from, and I forget what it was. In other words, in a course of an afternoon, his followers boosted almost, I think it was like ridiculous, like 500,000 people. It was ridiculous.
Well, I just love that Black China's real name is Angela White. Like, that was one of my most like enjoyable revelations. So I was just like, that's the whitest black girl's name, and then like literally, and you're Black China. I don't know. I feel bad. I feel like anybody that's like, I don't know. I think Rob Kardashian is kind of stupid to think that Black China cares about him anyway. So, Yeah,
there was that. But who was watching Rob Kardashian? Like,
he ain't got a show.
Like, actually, who was watching the Kardashians? Because Kylie and Kendall put out those shirts where their faces were on top of like Notorious B.I.G. and Tupac or some shit too.
Yes, I talked about.
And then they pulled those damn shirts, and it's just like, what are you all doing right now?
Yeah.
Where's Chris?
She's back there.
She used to have you guys in line,
They got too much money now. Like
orchestrating all this bad fucking press. Like, that's just weird.
Yeah, they're so far removed from any normalcy that I don't think there's a filter anymore of what's appropriate and inappropriate.
Yeah, for sure.
This is the fall of the Kardashians. It's about time. They've been doing it too long.
They had a minute.
They had 15.
They had like 10 years.
Yeah.
They had the full fucking 15 minutes. They're good.
Yeah, and you know what? They have so much money that like I don't feel bad for any of them. Like they can just go away.
Yeah, and they'll be just fine.
Like I kind of wish Kanye West would go away. And so what's this beef with Jay-Z? Like supposedly was like trash talking Kanye West on his new album 444 or however you call it.
444.
444. I don't know. It's
4 o'clock and 44 minutes.
And Tia, what do you think about it?
I think it's partly an apology to Beyonce because I think 4 is like her number. She's got like a thing with it. And he's got the 40/40 club. Like that's, I don't believe in the Illuminati. It's got to be some shit. I don't really know what's going on with him and Kanye, but I want to say to everybody who said that Lemonade was not a true piece of art coming from the heart and that Jay-Z never would have cheated on her and that she would have never gotten that personal, fuck you guys, because he said on his goddamn album that he did cheat on her and he felt bad. and Lemonade was perfect, and I'm just so glad now that it's out there that it was as perfect as I always knew that it was.
And she should have won a Grammy.
She
But
Yes.
should have .net.com.edu.
.edu.
Should have one.
Learn about it. Learn about it.
But from what I did hear, I guess Kanye West is severing his ties with Tidal, saying that they owe him like $20 million. I think from the Rockefeller Tidal side, they're saying that they gave Kanye a $20 million advance for something, and that he didn't like come through on his end of the contract. So I don't know. I'm sure more information will come to light in these coming weeks. And I do not care about.
Right, exactly. Fucking Kanye. So did you also hear about the potential baby names, of course, for the twins?
Sir and Rumi? Yes.
Yeah.
I think they're beautiful.
I like them both. Rumi, I need to know more about, though. I like Sir. Sir is kind of cool to me.
You know, I never liked the name. I know a couple Sirs.
Really?
And I never thought their names. Yeah, I never thought their names were cool until now. And I'm really sorry, guys. Your names are awesome. I don't know anything about Rumi either. I wonder what it is.
So
Rumi means something. That's a god or something.
Of what?
I don't know. I feel like it's like Egyptian or something.
Well,
see, I hate that. Oh, it is. I don't have time to look this up right now. There's a lot of words. I don't know.
Well, you guys know that. Okay, so you said Egyptian, which made me think of something else, which made me think of this. Do you guys know about the new flavor of Pringles that just came out yesterday?
What is it?
This is true. Eric's laughing like it's not true. It's totally true. They have top ramen flavor.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, I did see a picture of the thing.
But here's my question: don't you need a flavor for your ramen? Like, isn't it like top ramen chicken flavor? Like, how is something flavored like top ramen? I'm sorry, I have issues with this.
It is kind of bizarre. It would be like making the flavor pasta.
Right. Exactly. Exactly.
Is it like chicken top ramen?
That's what I'm saying. I need like another adjective. Spicy or something. I don't know. I'm sorry. I don't know how I got there.
Well, they do have that the Oriental flavor, so maybe it's just that.
Oriental flavor, which is like a little bit a little North Korea mixed with a little Vietnam.
It's really good.
Did you
like
it? Well,
but Rumi is a medieval poet, by the way, not a god at all. I guess unless you're like an English lit major, then it could totally be a god.
They're not listening to this show. I hope they are, but they're not.
But they're not.
Well, I watched. Okay, so I'm gonna take it back for a minute.
Okay.
I watched Mean Girls the other night for the first time in like 10 years, and I didn't like it.
What?
Oh, what?
I was just
why didn't you like it?
Maybe I was just really tired, but I just thought it was like some of the weakest. Like, I didn't like Lindsay Lohan at all. First of all, flat out horrible. I love Tina Fey and I love Regina George. I just was like, it didn't live up to the hype that everybody talks about. I was so disappointed.
I mean, it lived up to the hype when it came out.
But it didn't hold up. Maybe it just didn't last. I'm so disappointed in pop culture right now.
Do you think that maybe you just don't like Lindsay Lohan and she just kind of...
Yes, maybe.
What is it, like retroactively fucks it up?
Yeah, maybe so. Maybe I just... Yeah, because I liked her at the time. I don't know. I
was
just
we had high hopes for her. We were like, bitch, you're going to be... She should have been who Emma Stone is now.
Right? They kind of look alike. Yeah. That's nice.
Well, and they had that. You're like the girl next door. You're quirky, but like you're fun. You're kind of down to earth. Like we like you.
And you'll let it.
And she didn't suck. No,
and she
had a little voice on her. Like she could have been in La La Land if she wasn't
in La La Land.
Like that could have been her Oscar. She's talented. It's just like she's so fucking unlikable now.
Yeah.
That I don't like anything that she's ever been in, but with the exception of Mean Girls, because that shit rules. I don't know you were just in a mood, I think. 'Cause
Maybe
that movie's
so.
hilarious.
I'll watch it
That
again.
movie is so funny.
I am super. Yeah, if Mean Girls is on TV, which is usually once a month, we usually watch it.
Yeah,
And
right?
I'm super excited because the gay boy from Mean Girls, who is Daniel Franzese, is super gay in real life, and he created a trunk club, like fashion clothing line for men. And you know those trunk clubs, like you get them, they're super expensive. You keep a T-shirt, it's $85,000, and all is well. Well, most of those come in sizes that are super crazy because they're designer brands, and it's usually small, extra small, and this ain't gonna fit. So what Daniel Franzese did was he created a trunk club for the Bears, and I'm kind of excited because my first trunk comes next week. So I will give you all a lowdown on Daniel Franzese's new clothing line.
Well, speaking of designers, I have to say
Yeah.
that I guess it was Friday or Saturday morning, about 8:30 a.m. Ashanti, my best friend, and I, one of my best friends, and I went to like Rite Aid to get something, and Jeremy Scott was sitting outside in his little convertible Mercedes.
Ooh.
And somebody pulled up beside him, got out of their car, got into his passenger's car. They made an exchange of some sort, and the person got back in the car and left.
Who's Jeremy Scott?
Oh, he's the lead designer for Moschino.
The stuff at Target.
Well, is Moschino not this? He's the one that did like. It's Jeremy Scott. He does like all the athletic wear for Adidas too. Like when you see like the Jenners and they're in like the Adidas sportswear, but it's like Adidas couture. He does that.
Okay,
too.
I looked him up.
Yeah, he's a big it designer.
Yeah.
He
Okay.
Yeah, and so I think he was getting drugs because that's like the only thing that made any sense.
We have the same birthday.
Oh.
And what do you think, Tia? If I saw somebody like that, do you think he was buying drugs?
Duh.
Maybe he was trading off some new swatches for his new fall line.
Yeah.
Some illegal fabric, are you saying?
Yeah.
Illegal fabric.
It's the most expensive baby powder in the whole wide world. Yes, indeed. So, yeah, go ahead.
What do we... have you guys heard Kesha's new song yet?
Oh my god, it broke my heart and killed me twice. Oh,
Is it called Pray?
Praying.
Yes.
No, I haven't heard it.
Oh,
but
Tia,
I
brace yourself.
read that somebody was listening to it over and over again on Instagram.
No,
is it good?
It will kill you. Yeah, it will kill you.
So she's allowed to do music again?
As long as
Yes.
as long as she still takes it up the ass.
Aww. But really, is she allowed to do music again?
I guess so.
Yeah,
I think
she
so.
is.
Yeah.
Yeah, they basically said nothing, like she wasn't... I don't know that he was really found guilty or that anything really happened other than at the bare minimum, she was released from her contract.
Yeah.
Really? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
When?
Yeah.
Shit.
So she's creating music again. It's a very pretty song, and it's so obviously like somebody said Kesha has a new song ... I wonder what it's about.
Yeah.
Like
Aww.
So I mean, of course, this was going to be sort of this big comeback moment. I will say this. I had a moment where I was like, can we have pop music back? Like, we had Gaga, and then we had Miley, and Katy did it a little bit, although she did have a lot of pop. She did have some bangers on her last album, but she everybody's going like singer-songwriter. Like, I don't need everybody to be a folk musician now.
Yeah,
Can we have pop back?
Yeah, but Kesha got raped. Let her do her thing.
I know, and it's hers, and it needed to be done, and I get it. I totally get it.
Now, Miley, be mad at Miley.
But part of me was like, God damn it, I really just want like a dirty pop song right now. Like a grimy, grungy, dirty pop song.
I know. I love the two new songs from Miley Cyrus, though.
I hate them. Well, let me say, I have only heard one.
Which one did you hear?
Malibu. I hate it. It's the most boring fucking song. And I
I love
believe we
it.
talked about me listening to the song last time, and I was like, yeah, I'll give it a listen. And I have a few times, and I'm just so
Yeah.
unimpressed.
Guess who I listened to and I loved? You'll be so proud of me.
Who?
Kendrick Lamar.
Yay! Now, his new album, I've been bumping, and I love it.
Yeah, I was really shocked with myself. I was like, get on, Jason. I listen to that.
Well, you're in Cali now, so you need to be part of that Cali rap, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
Get all that Cali music in.
Exactly. Get that big black dick in my life.
Word. So, how was your stint on PCB Radio right before you moved?
It was wonderful. Yeah, it was really fun. I mean, the thing about what I love about our show is that, you know, we don't pre-plan a lot. We go with the flow.
Surprise.
It's very conversational. And with that, like the night before, you had to pre-write everything you said. And it's just very constricting, you know, and you don't speak the way you write at first, and I don't know. But it was nice. It was fun, and it made me really appreciate being able to say fuck whenever I want to.
Yes, definitely. How did the video shoot go? Because you guys, we've talked about Jason's got a new single out called
that's
Summertime.
right. I do, yes. Thank you. It went really great. It should be coming out pretty soon. And it was like the hottest time ever in Florida. We shot at this place called Club La Vila, and it was 1,000,000 degrees in there.
Now, that's a huge club in the U.S. for all of our friends who are listening in
Yes.
Slovakia.
It's the largest nightclub in the United States. So if you come to America, you Slovakian crazy kids, check it out and bring some Purell.
It is a dope club. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah,
I've been a few times. It's great.
There's a lot to do. We saw right in the middle of a very empty dance floor. We watched a guy completely finger bang his girlfriend. And then he was so hard that his dick, and he was in a bathing suit, you know, because they don't get dressed to go anywhere in Florida. And it was like his dick was bigger than the amount of fabric he had that was going to cover it. And so it was just like, it was a lot. I loved it.
Oh man, that's bringing me back. The memories of La Vila was a good club, man.
Fond memories of home.
Mhm.
Yeah, and so you know, and also for you listeners out there who are just now getting acquainted with us, a year ago this week we launched a web series called Body Hair, and
Yay!
Tia over there co-created it, and it is at bodyhairtv.com. There's 8 episodes. Watch it, share it, and you know, that was a year ago. Yeah, all my time hops and everything are like a year ago. You're blah blah blah.
Oh, well, you know I'm not on Facebook like that, so I'll definitely have to get in and like share some anniversary stuff. You know, get the whole cast to
Do something.
do their part,
You know,
and put some shit out.
I will put people on blast. I don't mind it. So Eric, so Tia and I worked with a lot of like young actors and a lot of young talent on Body Hair, and there was one actor who I really loved, and I loved his work, and he did the most annoying thing, Tia. Okay, so I gotta just bitch for a second. So
Okay.
it was Joseph Kukorin, right? And we wrote this. He played this trans actor in our show Body Hair, and he didn't play a trans actor. He played a trans character, and wonderful actor. So I call him about doing some project I was working on with Wes or something, and then about doing something with me later. And he literally told me that he was sorry, but he was booked up for the rest of the year.
Really?
Yeah. I wrote back and I said, well, congratulations. You're the only person I know in the world who's booked to the end of the year. So whatever you're doing, keep doing it.
In Florida.
Yeah, you're booked to the end of the year.
In the Panhandle.
Yeah.
There was enough work to keep him going. Like,
when he says the end of
work.
the year, when he says the end of the year, is he using like a Gregorian calendar, or is this like a Mayan calendar where it ended in like 2016?
No, he's talking about the good old Christian calendar.
Anyway,
Anyway.
Jesus' year.
Jesus' years.
what? Well,
Crazy.
that must be nice.
I mean, I have like 9 to 5 full-time job, and I'm not even booked up until the end of the year. So kudos.
I'm
Sarah.
booked until like next month. Like literally, like that's it.
I have
That's
plans
about
on
it.
Tuesday.
Right?
So what else is happening in y'all's world around on the television and what else is going on? What are you watching? I've got more things
Well,
if you need them.
let's see. I finished American Gods on Stars.
Oh, how was it?
It was fucking phenomenal.
Yeah.
It was so good.
What's
heard
it
I
about?
can't recommend it more. It's about. All right. What's the best way I can put this? So you know how like in the old days with like immigrants and like people paid a lot of respect to gods and like their faith and the deities and the old traditions that they had grown up with and brought with them to America. And it's kind of like those gods versus like the new American gods, which is like consumerism and media and sex and guns and violence, shit like that. And it's kind of how they are in this big battle.
Huh.
And it sounds so lame when I say it like that. But when you see it and the way that they like all the imagery and the way that they use these stories and the cinematography, it's so beautiful. The writing is brilliant. It's only 8 episodes. I can't recommend it more. The acting is so nice. It's really good.
Yeah, I've heard nothing but amazing, stellar things from it, so I'm excited.
Mm-hmm. It's hella confusing.
Yeah.
But it's great. I can't recommend it more. So I'm watching that.
Have you guys seen Baby Daddy?
Like
No, not Baby Daddy. No.
Baby Daddy?
It's the one on ABC Family with it's horrible. I watched the whole first 2 seasons the other day.
that's what you do. You watch seasons of a horrible show.
Yeah, we've really entered the era of binge watching where when you tell somebody who just watched a totally awful TV show, you've probably seen at least 2 seasons of it.
It's true. It was so bad, and I was like, how is these actors and these people are employed? Like, what's going on?
No, what is Baby Daddy? I don't understand.
I may have the wrong names. I've watched a couple of bad TV shows. Okay, so the show is it's like 3 men and a baby, and the first episode starts, and it's an actor who looks just like Chris Pine. It's an actor who looks like not Chris Pine. Yeah, who's married to Anna Faris from Parks and Rec.
Chris Pratt.
Chris Pratt. Like, there's a Chris Pratt character. There's like a leading man character, and there's like the guy from Tia and Tamara who I thought was gay, but he's not. And basically, in the first episode, there's a knock at their apartment door, and then there's just a baby there. And it turns out that the dude knocked up some girl like 8 months ago or something, and she couldn't take it, and so now they have this baby. It's, just like whatever. And it's just horrible, but I couldn't stop watching it. It's on ABC Family.
Yeah, there are a ton. You're right. That dude does look like fucking Chris Pratt. Whoa. His name is Derek Thieler, Theler. And it's uncanny by looking at this little thumbnail. And it is the kid from, it's called Baby Daddy.
Yeah.
It's just got a lot of seasons.
I know, and it's really bad. And the
Oh
other
my god,
girl,
he looks just like Chris Pratt. Everybody who can hear our voices right now, Google Derek Thieler.
He's Chris Pratt.
He's Chris Pratt.
So,
Guys,
so here's the thing: the whole cast is a copycat. You have Kaylee Cuoco's lookalike in The Blind.
Okay, I see it.
And then I forgot who the little gay guy reminds me of. I did this the other day, and I've already forgotten who they were. Yeah, the whole show is like they took successful-looking other people and like I don't know, it's horrible.
Wow.
Just watch it one day, though.
It is on a channel that I don't care for content from.
You mean the really white America?
Freeform, which I think was like ABC Family, which was previously like Fox Family.
Oh.
Because it's all like Seventh Heaven-y type shows or like not funny shows. But you watched 2 seasons of a not funny show, so.
I know, right?
I don't. Okay, did you watch
understand.
anything good? Have you seen anything good?
I mean, I don't usually get into stuff that's good. I did watch a lot of Golden Girls this last week, but no.
Um,
How about you, Eric?
yeah,
Tia?
Uh,
Eric.
I feel like I had. Yeah. Did we really watch anything? No, we're
I think
still
Tia
picking on
did.
Shameless, and I admitted to you both tonight that because of timing, that the summer has started, and so we're watching Big Brother, and
Oh yeah, I saw the
I
second
don't
episode.
tell many people about
It'll
that.
stay right here, don't worry.
Now, look, I've only seen this one singular episode of Big Brother,
Uh-huh.
but I do have to say that was really messed up that that girl said blah blah blah, blah called you a panda. She didn't call her a panda.
She didn't. However, to be fair, she called her the name of another a previous house guest from
Asian
another
looking
season
girl.
who was Asian, and she was like, "I can't believe she called me racist." And I'm like, "But bitch, that was kind of racist. You still called her by a name of another Asian contestant." And then
But
and when she relayed it back to the girl, she was like, "I didn't call you panda. I just said that girl." And I was like,
ooh,
"Ooh,
okay,
she
you're right,
racist.
you're right.
She racist." But
Um,
anyway,
not
yes.
as racist as Panda.
not,
Like,
not as racist. Fair enough.
Jason, I know you don't know what we're talking about, and I
Not a
really only
clue.
saw this 10 minutes of this TV show, but I had to like it was on and I even rewound it to be like, did this girl fucking call this girl a panda? And she didn't. Like
it's it's kind of trashy, but the whole idea is just fascinating to me because I think I know how I would act in a social situation like that, and yet I think I probably have no clue how I would react.
is their house in the studio where the audience like where that
Yes.
okay.
Yeah, the house is in a studio. There's like a fake backyard. I'm not even sure if there's like a roof over it in the backyard, because people used to fly charter planes, fly messages to the house guests, and so
Whoa.
so I'm pretty sure they put like a kibosh to that somehow. But yeah, it's just ridiculous, but it's a good time, and it's how we spend our summer because it's on 3 times a week, which to me is excessive for any
I
show.
could get into that. I could
But
get into that.
that's how it sucks you in because it's always on, always on.
I've never
Yeah,
seen it.
it's my parents started watching it like when it first came out, like 10, 15 years ago, and I made fun of them because I said, "You realize?" Well, because I was like, "You do realize that what you're watching is the real world, which you hate when I watch." Like it was like adults stole the real world, and so I was super against it until I started watching it, and I was like, "Oh, this is kind of like the real world when the real world was good, when they were trapped in the house together, not when they like started getting
Yes.
jobs and all doing whatever." This is really it's like going back and watching old seasons of the real world.
The real world.
I could get into it.
That was
Yeah.
back in the day, man.
Super back in the day.
What I want to say is you gotta give it up to Tammy Roman from coming from season 1 of The Real World to Basketball Wives. She's still on TV.
Wow.
She's still in the game. She's still in
She
the
is still in the
game.
game. And I love her more now than I ever did because honestly, I forgot she was in the fucking Real World. She reminds you sometimes. But like,
She'll tell you.
she's like, I was on The Real World. And you're like, damn, girl, you were. First reality show girl ever.
Well,
Also,
I saw something that made me go down like a nostalgia time loop because it freaked me the hell out. Do we know who Joan Osborne is?
Yes, hello.
Right? What if God was one of us?
If God was
Just
one
a
of
stranger
us,
on a bus.
I know
trying to
that first
make
part of
his
the song.
way home.
Trying to make his way home. What she was asking us the deep questions back in the day. Do you know that today is her birthday?
I
And
did.
that
Yay.
she is 55.
That's it?
55.
Wait, should she be older or younger?
I thought she would have been so much younger.
Oh no, because she only had that like.
No?
I feel like she was only popular for like that one album, and that was like when I was in like Mississippi like 20 years ago.
I feel like she did she probably did like what was that, Lilith Fair? Like, I'm pretty sure she probably did the Lilith Fair circuit for a while.
Yeah.
But I guess at the time, I think because so much pop music is so young, not that she was necessarily pop, I just think of everybody from that time period as like my age.
I understand that. That's how I feel
Oh.
too sometimes. But then I Google things and I go, oh, okay.
I'm not Googling enough things.
You
Clearly.
know, when you said that, what if God? I thought she was going to be like 80 because I thought an old ass lady sang that song. And I'm looking her up, and she looks like
an old ass lady. I saw a picture today, actually.
No, do you know? Who
Is it
she
rude
looks
to say
like,
somebody
guys?
looks like a lesbian?
I say it.
She,
but I mean, whatever.
she super looks like a lesbian, but do you know
Okay.
who else she looks like? She
Who?
looks like Rachel Dolezal.
Yeah, I can see that. Real
Rachel,
white,
what?
curly
Can you
ass.
say that again?
The white lady who's like, I'm black.
Yeah, Rachel Dolezal.
Now she's trans. She's trans black now, though.
Oh,
I
is she?
hate her. I hate her.
Yeah, that's it. It just kind of blew my mind, but I think it's because I do. And sometimes I think of them all as like, what do you mean? They were 20, which makes sense because it was like 20 years ago.
What a dumb song to sing when you're 20. Is she like a
For
Christian
sure.
artist?
I don't think so. In fact, I think she might be a super les. No?
Well, yeah, right? Oh my God, you guys. I was at karaoke last night, and there was this lady there with a man, but she sang like all the lesbian songs. And I was like, do you know about yourself, madam?
Do you know?
Oh.
But she really gave it her all when she sang Come to My Window. And I was like,
I don't
she
know.
did a
if
really
she
great
is.
job, though. Her
I don't
name
know
was
if
like
she is.
nothing. She did great.
Yeah, I don't know if she's a super les. It says here that she has a daughter.
I don't think she is. I think she just seems like it.
Yeah, she was raised a Roman Catholic.
As was I.
But she distanced herself from the institution after childhood. I mean, that's what it's telling me on Wikipedia. Because now I'm going to start Googling shit.
I love Google. Big ups to the internet. I really love you. I fucks with you, internet.
She really kind of reminds me, though, of Rachel Dolezal. Who pretended to be black.
Yeah.
So I just read that Andrew Garfield, he was the last, what, Spider-Man?
Well, before this new Spider-Man.
Before this new one. Yeah.
So confusing.
He just said that he's gay, except for the sex part.
So am I right now, but like, what's that mean?
What?
Part of me...
Is that offensive to you like Rachel
No.
Dolezal is to me?
No.
I mean, it does kind of feel like I am African American except for the black part. It almost sounds like that. Because but I think what he's doing is, because they said that he grew up, his parents are extremely religious, and he grew up in a very, very Christian home. When you tell somebody who is, who are parents, especially if they're older people, the only thing they hear when you say that you are gay or you come out is that they immediately think about the sex for some reason. Because that's where it all stems from, right? The church tells you, well, just don't have sex and then you're not gay anymore. As if that's the only thing that makes you gay. And so I feel like for him, it's just the easiest way to like kind of come out of the closet, but to in the same breath go, but don't think about the sex part. Like, here I am, I'm gay, but except for the sex part. I'm not doing the sex part.
But I thought that the gay part was the attraction to the same sex.
Yeah, I thought the gay was directly related to sex.
You know,
Well,
like I thought like I didn't think like there were other things that made you gay other than your attractions, which is inherently sexual.
I agree.
Right.
Because honestly, like that's what makes me straight is that I like to fuck dudes. Like,
Right.
you know,
Well-
like there's like me liking the color pink doesn't make me straight, or you know, like other things like I
Right.
don't understand.
Well, I
So it
think
just
part of
seems real
is that
weird.
You can, it's not, it's not just the bedroom part. It's I'm going to have a full on, like an all-encompassing relationship with this person. I'm gonna if I
A
choose
man, right?
children exactly. And so it's almost like he's saying, I want to marry a dude, but just don't think about us putting wieners in our mouths.
Well, that's really nice that he can say that, but other gay people are like, please don't think about the sex when you think about us being gay. Like,
Right.
he can say that as a straight white dude.
Yeah.
Is he straight?
You know, like, I
Yeah.
don't fuck. Well, he was like with Emma Stone for a really long time, and apparently he's saying he wants to have all encompassing. Like, I don't know, man. That's a weird thing to say to me.
Yeah. It just it's really toes the line. It's the same thing sort of Nick Jonas has been called out for. The same
What did
thing
he say?
James Franco's been called out for.
James Franco's like gay, though, I thought.
Well,
bisexual.
no. But he has said that too. He said he's basically gay, except he doesn't have sex with men.
But like, I believe Andrew Garfield when he says he doesn't have sex with men. I think he just has like
James Franco though is totally just straight up sleeping with dudes.
Yeah,
we're all
I
on the
feel
same
like
page.
James Franco is lying. I feel like Andrew Garfield is dumb. You know.
And Nick Jonas is people asked him before if he's ever slept with a guy, and he gave some coy answer about like not wanting to kiss and tell or whatever. When the truth of the matter is that he's probably super uber straight, but he knows he has this sort of niche market going for him, and so it's a little bit of gay baiting on his end. But does Andrew Garfield need to be like? I understand for Nick Jonas, he plays like pride events, he plays gay clubs. The gay community is certainly a big part of his income. Does Andrew Garfield need to be gay baited? Like, are we?
I'm not.
Is he trying to get all the gays to come to see Spider-Man movies?
No, and that's what I'm saying. I think he's just saying some dumb shit.
Yeah.
Like, I think what he's really trying to say is, like, I'm sensitive, or I don't know. I don't want to project or pretend to know what this man is saying. Maybe he really does genuinely feel gay, minus the gay part. I don't know. I don't know. But maybe he does. Maybe because I don't know if he's got like new stuff coming out. Let's check. I know him and Emma Stone broke up.
She's so skinny.
Maybe they broke up because she doesn't have a big giant wiener.
Well, I mean, apparently he's getting some backlash from the LGBT community for saying this, so I don't feel like I'm the only one who's just like, why? I mean, does it not bother you because you don't care?
No, I think it doesn't bother me because I think his intention is. I mean, I didn't hear him say it, but I think his intention comes across as being like warm and inclusive, and I don't feel like it's. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. It doesn't bother me now. If I were black, Rachel Dolezal would make me want to like pull my hair out.
I mean, really makes me want to.
I feel like they're different for some reason, and I can't tell you why I feel like that. But
okay.
Rachel Dolezal would make me like lose my mind.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
I think you're right. I think it's because it feels like it's coming from a place of like, I kind of just made a joke so that you'd know that I'm cool with you. Whereas Rachel is like, there's something behind them eyes that's just real creepy.
She's made a whole career out of being something that she likes.
Yeah, very true.
The offensive thing about Rachel Dolezal is she's trying to say shit that is that like what she said is that race is a construct and that we as black people, we're not educated enough to understand that race is a construct and not like a black and white thing. That's why we don't understand her. My thing is, bitch, I'm fucking black and I live black and it's a construct. And the way it was put to me is just like, just because I think I'm a millionaire doesn't mean I can go out there and spend fake fucking money.
Right.
You know, just because money is like a construct and it's like a fake real thing, but it's like, but it actually exists. And so does race. And it's not like a knowing that, oh, of course it's not real. And it's all just like, these made up things, but they're a real world, like shit you have to live by that makes it more real. And that's why I don't fuck with Rachel Dolezal.
Yeah.
She's a piece of shit because she's calling me dumb for not understanding that. I know that, race is a made up thing, but it's still very real,
Right.
Man, I'm going to punch her in the face if I see her. I swear to God.
I hope you walk outside tomorrow and she is just standing on the sidewalk.
I'm gonna run at her like a fucking linebacker, I swear, and just dagger. Ugh.
Make sure you
Anyways.
record it. We'll tweet
I
it
will.
out. In the next episode of Folks Like Us, Tia Morris tackles Rachel Dolezal.
And the whole world applauds.
And I feel like Andrew Garfield is playing a gay man in his new thing right now.
Oh.
He's preparing for a role of Pryor Walter, a gay man who contracted AIDS in the early days of the crisis.
Okay.
So,
So there we have
it does give a little more context where he says, "This is my life outside of the play. I'm a gay man right now, just without the physical act." So, yeah, when it's like that, it makes a lot more sense.
Sure.
And I feel like you're a lot less dumb, Andrew Garfield. I still feel like James Franco was a liar.
Yeah, and also James Franco produces and acts in these like almost pornographic gay movies.
Yeah.
I mean, King Cobra, The Leather Bar. He has such
Is he in Milk?
He was in Milk, yeah, of course. Yeah, he was. He played Sean Penn's lover.
He was just in I Am Michael.
And it's like I almost said it's the '90s, man. It's like it's the 2017s, man.
Yeah, and the thing is, it's just like I understand he's a good actor, and I don't know, man. I'm one of those people who I feel like there are people who come from better places of understanding to play certain roles, like why do straight people have to play gay roles all the time? Why do white people play like Asian characters and shit like that? Like when I am high, I'm sorry, I can't think of anybody's name right now.
Daniel Day Kemp is out of a job.
Well, yeah, or when who is that lady? Tilda Swinton did the thing. She played like the ancient one, and then she like called Margaret Cho, and it was like a thing. I'm like, whitewashing.
Yeah.
And then Emma Stone. Let's call this episode fucking Emma Stone. She played like a half Asian person in that Hawaii movie. And Scarlett Johansson in Ghost of the Shell. Oh my god, a bug flew at me. I'm sorry. I'm sitting outside, y'all, and I'm not in my home right now. Our walls and the windows are being redone, so we're not in my usual spot.
So guys, if your home is under construction too, just rest assured knowing that you're just like us, folks like us.
I do not have AC right now.
Oh my god.
Oh my god, thank you guys, because it's fucking rough.
Oh, Tia.
Wow.
Yeah, it's like my first summer in New York. I didn't have AC, and it feels like being broke again, you guys. It sucks.
Is it because you're doing renovations that you don't have AC, or are you going to go through this summer without AC?
It's just for the next few days. We're staying. Okay. We were lucky enough to stay in my boyfriend's aunt's basement. There's just no AC down here.
Okay.
But man, next time we're getting a hotel. Like, we can do it. But we're going on vacation in like 10 days, so we couldn't do it right now.
Where are you going? Tell everybody.
Mexico. Oh my gosh, I'm going to Playa del Carmen.
Ooh. My favorite
I am staying
playa.
At the Paradisus La Perla, which is adults only.
Ooh.
Wow.
And we did get a suite with a butler.
What?
Yeah, dude, we dropped some change.
A straight up butler.
I'm not gonna lie, like I feel kind of weird about it, but like not weird enough to like not do it.
No, you have to.
I deserve to ball out of control a little bit, and then I'm not gonna say Jason kind of spoiled me this one time when we had like a little chef lady when we went to Spain.
That was really nice.
Just make sure.
Really nice.
Did you see Sex and the City 2?
No.
I know everybody ran to the theater. Oh, all right. Well, they went to Abu Dhabi and they had a butler, and one of the girls, Samantha, never let her butler go at the end of the day, and in the middle of the night, he was just sitting in the kitchen because he was never actually
dismissed?
like verbally.
Oh no! Well, that won't be happening because I plan on having a lot of sex. He can't be there for that.
And well, you never know. You might need an extra hand.
Yeah, I know. You just be like, hey,
Hold the
just
camera. No,
hold
I
the.
might do new shit. I don't know. I'm just kidding.
If you need somebody to do a lube run, I mean, you might want to keep. You might want to hang on to him a little longer than you think.
Word, I'm with you. I'm really excited though. 10 more days. Oh, I can't wait to get out of the city. I can't wait to get out of the States.
Yeah, it's
It's
nice. It's nice.
It's gonna be really nice.
Have you guys been to Rhode Island any this summer, Mr. Eric? Is it Rhode Island? No, it's Delaware. No.
Oh,
Ooh.
my folks have a place close to Rehoboth Beach, which is a big gay beach over here on the northeast. We haven't been there too much. We've been super busy. Dustin and I just have had crazy schedules, so hopefully, and we've been wedding planning, but hopefully we'll get to steal away at least a long weekend. Today we went to a little place, just impromptu, called Havre de Grace, and it's just a little like port town that's on the water. So we just kind of take our little mini vacations where we can get them. But I can't wait to hear all about Mexico because I will be living vicariously through your
Yeah,
vacation.
no
For
problem.
sure.
You
Yeah.
absolutely may. I bought
Uh,
some new slutty bathing suits. Can't wait.
Perfect.
I have to be honest. The last time I flew, which was like a couple of weeks ago. I mean, speaking of your vacation and your pending flight to Mexico.
If it's a scary fucking story, I don't want it.
No,
Okay.
people just are losing their minds on flights. It's like people are like,
What do you mean?
it's like with the flight attendant who had to break the bottle over the guy's head.
So that
The day before yesterday on Delta.
What?
Some guy, yeah, they were flying from I think the West Coast to Asia maybe, and this guy in first class went crazy and tried to get in the cockpit, and somebody had to hit him over the head with a glass bottle. Yeah, yeah.
It was-
That's insane.
People are just misbehaving so badly up on the internet. I mean, up on the airlines
And the internet.
and the internet.
And the internet.
Misbehaving on the internet. So just be safe on your flight. Pack some mace.
Are you allowed?
No, you're not. So don't do that.
Okay.
Speaking of things that we should not be allowed to do, I'm so mad that Ivanka Trump was sitting in for her dad at the G20 summit.
Wait,
I'm glad our
what?
show's not about that. Okay, so the G20 summit every year, which is it's a big summit of all the world leaders, and
Okay.
it's in Germany. And there've been so many protests that Melania Trump was stuck in. She couldn't leave her room. Like there was such crazy protests outside
Against her husband?
Yeah, well, against that, the whole way of thinking, and basically against Trump.
Okay.
And for whatever reason, I'm not sure they have told us why. Ivanka Trump literally sat in for Donald Trump yesterday at the whole thing.
Yeah.
Like it's like the leaders of the free world and Ivanka Trump.
And somebody she's basically a jewelry designer that has not been elected to any office.
Yeah,
She
I was
rep-
just thinking that.
She
There are other people.
she represented the United States at the G20 summit. It's unbelievable. It's so sad that this is what the United States has to put forward. It's disgusting. There's actually a hilarious compilation video circulating on Facebook of him at the summit because none of the world leaders would get close to him at all. He looks like a wandering, meandering fool that nobody wants to sit next to, that nobody wants to talk to. He was completely isolated, and one of the Australian leaders or Australian journalists had a great little news clip basically of him talking about how it is so clear that he is not only is he not up to the task of leading the United States, but he really doesn't want to.
Well, no shit.
Yeah, so it's really it's every day. Every day you wake up, it's like, oh, what now? What?
I know.
It's awful.
And I feel like, I don't like our show to be very newsy and politicky, but I feel like we
Yeah.
have a reality. It's like pop culture has become.
It's
Like, where is the line? The line just got so blurred.
yeah, absolutely.
I mean, Ivanka Trump is also a reality TV star. representing the United States of America. Like, I can't take
Well,
it.
so was her dad.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, all we're missing is a Kardashian, and like the whole thing would be just,
Whatever, Kim K 2020.
Oh, can you
No, I'm just kidding. I don't
imagine?
even think she's old enough to run. She probably will be by 2020, though.
Well,
Dang.
I know, and I read today that by 2025, which is like 8 years from now, that Miami's going to be underwater.
Oh,
Really?
Yeah, all of Miami.
In 8 years?
That's what I just read. Now, I don't know.
Shouldn't they be like underwater now?
I
Like,
don't really understand it. All I know is that
I
we
don't
better.
understand a lot.
I think the lesson is that we have to live hard and enjoy our life and get a butler, and
yeah.
I mean, you only live once.
And it's not going to be for much longer, so give it up. Show just got so dark. Oh my gosh. It really is the end of dark days.
And on the next episode, if we have another episode of Folks Like
Yeah, right?
Us.
Whatever, you guys. We're coming to you straight from the apocalypse. I'll find a signal.
I'll
To the
find a
end.
signal. I'll find a signal. Nah. Yes. Well, I'm glad that we're back, guys. Listeners, thank you for tuning in. Write us. What do you want to hear about? Do you have questions for us? Follow Tia. She's on social media. You're at Doomed Foxy on Twitter, right?
Yeah.
And you are. What are you on Instagram?
Doomed Foxy.
I thought you were Doom on one and Doomed on the other.
Yeah, I know. I said I would figure it out too, and I didn't. Yeah, go to Eric.
Okay, real fast. Let me back up. So,
Okay.
Eric, remind our listeners, our great listeners, where they can follow you on the internets.
Yeah, they can follow me on Instagram at Eric_written RITTEN, and I've actually been starting to use Instagram a lot more. So
I love it. You're really good at it.
Welcome to 2017.
Right? I
yes.
can't wait. I got a bunch of new sunglasses, so they'll make an appearance on there as well.
I love your hair lately. You've been so colorful and out there, and it's just been I've vicariously been living through your hair lately.
Me too.
What? You sounded like just then.
Oh, it's a little unicorny.
Oh yeah, a little unicorny. Get it? Corny.
I did.
Thank you.
Okay, I figured it out.
Okay, Tia, where are you on these internets?
So on Twitter and Instagram, it is DOOMEDFOXY. It's Doomed Foxy. On Snapchat, it's Doom Foxy.
Got you. Now, where did that come from?
I don't know.
Oh. I'm not sure.
I don't actually know where it come from, but one day I do want to do like a black sexploitation-y kind of like camp film, and I would like my detective name to be, Doom Foxy. Cleopatra, maybe. I don't know. I'm not like committed to the Cleopatra, but I'm committed to the Doom Foxy. I'm gonna fight crime, and I'd like a Spanish sidekick or Latinx. It doesn't have to be from Spain. I don't know how to really use that. Is it Latinx for just Spanish-speaking peoples?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, yeah, I don't know. I feel suddenly I feel super racist.
This is just me, thinking about how words. I feel like it is. You can't say Hispanic because they're not all from Spain, so you have to say Latino, but I think they put an X on it now for Latinx to just all the Spanish-speaking fucking country. I don't know, man.
Yeah.
I'm gonna come back to this next week.
Well, it's interesting. No, I know what you're saying, but I saw or read something in the last couple of months about this, and they were saying how truly Latinos are from Italy, and that Mexicans are not Latino. But I always thought that we could also call Central America Latin America, right? Or am I just making this up in my head?
I thought that. I don't know.
Right.
I don't want to say you're wrong, but I'm just saying we could both be wrong.
Well, I'm down for that. Listen,
because I think I don't know if it's Latin America. I know it's Central and South America. I know that those are correct, but Latin America is something that I've heard.
I'm Googling
and I don't know
it.
if that's like referring to like,
Latin America is a group of countries and dependencies in the Americas where Romance languages are predominant. It's mostly Central and South America.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. So they would be Latino.
Okay, but then, so do you have to? So Hispanic is not an accurate word for people.
Let me see. I'll tell you. Here's the difference.
Unless they're from Spain. No, because that's just Spanish.
Here he is. The two terms are sometimes interchangeable. Hispanic is a narrower term that only refers to persons of Spanish-speaking origins or ancestry, while Latino is more frequently used to refer generally to anyone of Latin American origin or ancestry, including Portugal and Brazil.
Okay.
I don't know if that helps.
It helps a lot.
That's what the Google says. I'm trying to also learn the difference between English and British.
What do you mean?
There?
Like, are people British and like cultural things English, or are like behaviors British and people English, or like are they interchangeable?
Well, I think English is just from England, and British can be from anywhere in Great Britain.
That makes
which
sense.
is like Irish, Scottish, like all of that shit. But then I'm also just like, I don't know if that is all the United Kingdom. Like, these are some high conversations.
Well, I think that now that I have my medicinal card here, we should do a little supplemental show.
We'll do my high five show.
Hello, we need to do it so badly. Well, guys, thank you for tuning in to our 9th episode of Folks Like Us.
Next week's will be special.
It'll be so special next week. And listen, all you people in Slovakia, thanks for listening.
Ahoy.
Ahoy. Thanks for tuning in. I'm Jason Dotley everywhere. Our show is Folks Like Us Show on Twitter, on Facebook. Tune in and stay tuned, and thank you, and subscribe, and tell your friends, and be kind. I'm so stupid. I'm tired. All right, guys.
Me too.
I will talk to you next week. Peace out.
Bye.
Never miss a week. Subscribe on iTunes today to Folks Like Us Show with Jason Dotley, Eric Rittenhouse, and Tia Morris.